Good morning, Chickapots. How we doing? How we feeling? I'm not real sure when this video is gonna go up. I'm gonna kind of like combine a few things, and then I'm going to step away for probably about a week, maybe. I don't know at this point exactly how long it's gonna be, but I don't want you guys to worry about me. So I was like, you know what? I need to come on, and there's just a couple things I want to post in this video. So this video is gonna be like, again, kind of like the update one that I did, but this one's just gonna be a hodgepodge of like some things I want to tell you guys or share with you guys. Not really updating, but just like a little bit of story time is gonna be in this video, I think. I actually don't even know at this point, just because I don't know where I stand right now. I'm still trying to figure this out, but you guys tend to worry about me if I go missing in action, and I've been doing that a lot lately. I kind of show up and then disappear. And so I kind of want to just like give you guys a heads up this time that I'm going to step off YouTube for, right now it's looking like probably a week. I am going to record my my final hair review on the hair that I have installed, because as it stands right now, tomorrow I'm having it uninstalled and getting the same hair, well, kind of like the same hair, but we'll get into that in that video. But yeah, so anyway, so that's what's happening tomorrow. And so I am going to try to record that video tonight when I get home. It's going to be just a quick, sweet, simple video. So if any of you all that watch my channel and you're interested in finding out like what products I use on my hair, how I've managed to keep my hair looking this way for so long, yeah, so anyway, just be on the lookout for that video. But other than that, I don't know that I'm going to have anything go up for about a week. I do have a PJs and Coffee Time video that I've had in my pipeline that I started editing and I didn't finish, so that one might go up on Sunday if I can manage to get that one finished. But yeah, so anyway, that's pretty much what's going on right now. I'm actually sitting here at work. I'm getting ready to go inside, but I wanted to start this video right now because this stuff was on my mind right now. And like I said, I'll piece all this together at some point or another. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys have a marvelous day, and I will check in with you guys when I get off work. Okay, so as I said, I would get back with you guys this afternoon, and I am off work now. I'm actually in the same place I was this morning, and I just kind of wanted to come back on. And like I said, this video is really just me kind of sharing with you guys some things that I want you guys to know already, but it's not really like a life update. So I think I want to share with you guys a little bit about, like, I guess somewhat of a story time. As I've stated so many times before on my channel, that I believe that God leads me to certain places. Like, certain things happen and I can't explain them. And, you know, so much has happened through my YouTube channel that I really can't explain, other than that I have to say it's God's work. I've met some amazing people through YouTube, and according to you all, I've touched many of your lives. And so I really feel that God works through me in so many different ways, and He teaches me things through every experience that I have. And I'll be very honest with you all, starting this job on Friday when I left out of here, I was just kind of like, you know what? I don't know if I can make it through this one. I don't know if this one's going to work for me or not. The guy is older, much, much older. I feel like he is, you know, he's a grouchy old man. And I was very concerned. And when I came in on Monday, I felt like, okay, maybe Monday was not so bad. When I first got there, things seemed a little bit less hectic, and when I say hectic, it's not that the work is hectic, it's his attitude, I guess, is less like, you know, like, my hair looks really crazy right now, y'all. It really does. It's like poofy in a weird kind of way, so y'all just forgive me. But as the day progressed, he left for an appointment, and it was just me and the young lady that works in the office, which is his regular employee. And she's a young girl, she's 23. And right away on Friday, I noticed that she was so anxious to talk to me. Like when he left, because you can't talk when he's there, because he sits literally between the two of us, and he bounces off of the two of us, and he's very like old school. So you can't like be on your phone, you can't anything. So you have to just kind of like, be at his beck and call. So we didn't talk except for when he left the room or left the office. And so on Friday, I felt like she was being a little bit chatty, which I was like, she's a sweet young girl. And on Monday, she was even more chatty. And she shared with me a story that allowed me to witness something that was even traumatic for myself. Her first love committed suicide, and she's only 23, and it was her boyfriend of a couple years, and he was her first love. And his parents, he suffers from bipolar, and he had left Texas and gone back home to Florida. And upon him committing suicide, his parents kind of pushed her away. Well, I guess during the time that he was having his down spiral, he had pushed her away. And in turn, when he did commit suicide, his parents didn't want her to be any part of it. So she had never had closure. And she had spoke about how she got into a really bad relationship after that because she was longing for the guy that, her love of her life. And before I knew it, she had a complete breakdown. She was crying in my arms, and how she'd never had the opportunity to talk this through with anyone. And that it just felt so good to just share how she felt and not having anyone give them their own opinion. Like they allowed her to just speak. And I did. I allowed her to share with me all the things that went on in their relationship and how much she loved him and how just so many things. And I just let her roll with it. And then when the breakdown happened, I remember, like, as I was holding her, I was thinking, okay, God, this is why you sent me here. This is why you placed me in this job. This young lady needed someone, and I needed to be that person for her. And so, I am so grateful for opportunities like that. But then sometimes, like I said, I learned from every experience. And she and I have shared a lot in talking about like relationships. She's asked my opinion. She is from Hispanic culture, traditional Hispanic culture. The mom teaches her certain things, and like there's certain things you just can't do as a lady if you're a Hispanic woman, and that's the way her mom is. She's totally old school like that. And so she has questions about life that she can't get the answers from her mom because her mom doesn't believe that young ladies can ask those kind of questions. She was asking me, how do you, like, she's of course would like to have a nice guy in her life, and she was asking me, how do you know when a guy is a good guy? How do you know when he's the guy that is meant to be your king? Because I had shared with her that we as women have to think of ourselves as queens, but we have to remember that every man that walks beside us is not our king. And that's hard for us women sometimes, and especially the good women, to realize, because women that are good from the core, we get caught up on just trying to be so good to men. Before we know it, we get caught in the spiral, and where we're not getting the things back from the man that we need because we become so busy giving them everything that they need. And so when she asked me about knowing whether or not, like what are some of the signs that you would know that a man is your man, or he's meant to be your king, or he is a good man even. And I was just sharing with her some of my own personal life experiences, and as I told her, I'm not saying that my way is the right way, because I don't know that there is a truly right answer. I can only share with her what works for me and what I believe in from my core. And she is a spiritual woman, so I told her, I said, there are some things that I take back to the core. I'm a believer of the man being the leader of a home, a leader of a family. I believe that while we should have a voice as a woman, I don't mean that we don't have a voice, but I do believe that the man is the leader. I I firmly believe that in a relationship, a woman should not forcefully go after a man. It's okay for her to reciprocate. It's okay for her to initiate to a certain degree, but to be the enforcer of a relationship, I feel that that should come from the man. I feel that he should lead into that relationship, and then she follows back. And by that, some of you are probably going, what do you mean by that? And I'm not demeaning myself as a woman, but I think because I was raised in a very traditional family where my father was an outstanding man, and he wore the pants in the family, in that he showed my mom every day that she was his queen. He played the role of a king. And he was the strong enforcer of our family. He was the strong person. He held our family together. And so in that, I feel that when you're going into a relationship, that's the kind of man, that's the kind of man that excites me. The man that is a replica of my father. And so I was sharing that with her, is that, it's the way he acts. If he goes after you, I'm a firm believer that a man has to pursue a woman. She can't, how do I put this? And it makes sense. Because I don't want it to come across like I'm saying we have no power. Because this is where some women get so upset with me, because they think that I'm losing who I am as a person because I'm allowing the man too much power. And I don't. I just strongly feel that the man is meant to be the driven force in a family. And when you're trying to get to know someone, or you're dating, or if you're already married, he should already proven all of this. But in her case, because of the question that she was asking me, he should initiate the conversation, initiate encounters, and through that, it's okay for her to say, hey, there's a movie playing, I want to go see it. But as far as a text message in the morning saying good morning, and not to say that she should never text him good morning first, because I don't mean it that way, but in the sense that when you're starting out and you're trying to set ground levels, I guess, or when you're starting out and you're trying to set ground rules, I think that the guy should be that person that reaches out. I feel that the guy needs to also make sure that a day should never go by that you don't have communication. Again, the world that we live in has made it so crazy because we have so much technology here at our fingertips. And so if a guy cannot take the time to reach out to you at least once in a daytime, when all it takes is a 2-second text message, then he's probably not pursuing you. And he's probably not trying to have this type of relationship. If that's what you're seeking, if you're longing for the man that's going to be if you're longing for that type of a king, the man that's going to be the enforcer of your household, the enforcer of your family dynamic, then that guy is probably not gonna, he's not gonna be that guy. And so then you have to make the decision, is what he's presenting to you okay? Is that what you want to live for, or is this not okay? And that's what I was explaining to her, that, those are decisions that only she can make, because I can't make that decision for her. She has to have her set of ground rules and see how the guy plays into that. If it's important to her that a man texts her good morning, if it's important to her that a man opens the door for her, because she mentioned these were things that were important to her, then she has to find that man that's willing to do that. The man that isn't is not the enforcer that she needs. I think that's what I was trying to say. I think it was coming across like really messed up there for a minute, but and that's like I shared with her, that's the way I see a man. I have many girlfriends that don't see it that way. They want to be the enforcer. They don't want to have the sweet things that a man can offer, like open the car door, pulling the chair out, never letting a day go by without saying you know, if you've made it to the love point, or if you're just getting to know each other, not letting a day go by that he doesn't reach out to her. She feels like if there's a day that she reaches out to him first, that she doesn't feel like she's bothering him. And that's another thing, because I know some men would say, well, what's wrong with the woman reaching out to the man? Like, why does it has to always be the man? And I don't mean it that way, but again, I think that the man is the enforcer, he's a driver. So me as a woman, I know that I know how I am. Like, I'm gonna tell you I love you every day. I'm gonna physically, like, if I could be in the midst of chaos and you're on my mind, I'm gonna pick up my phone and I'm gonna say, you know, hey, just thinking about you, I love you. Now, can I be standoffish in that? Yeah, because I feel like, even though I am that way as a woman, I don't ever want to feel like I'm pushing myself onto a man. And I feel like sometimes when a man isn't willing to, if he's not being the enforcer and you're the person that's constantly going out there and reaching out to him, then it becomes a one-sided situation that he's probably not ever going to be the enforcer. He's going to allow you to always be the enforcer. That's probably not coming out the right way. But anyway, what I'm trying to say basically through all of this and having a conversation with her, it just made a lot of things make sense to me in my head, and it just allowed me the opportunity to really think about how important certain things are to me in life, and that I have to be true to myself. And I don't know, it's just, like I said, again, I learned from every experience that God puts me through. And so there was a lesson for me as well in that whole conversation with her. I remember standing there as I was holding her and the tears were just rolling down her face. I remember thinking, I am so close to a point where I would love to, I want to scream and cry. I want to let out the pain that I have inside. I want to release it. I don't know when that's going to happen. I feel sometimes that it's like, right, like I shared with you all the other day when I was talking to that friend of mine, when he gave me the hug, how I felt like I just wanted to I was like 10 seconds off of crying. And I felt like that for the last few days. I felt like I've been just right there. But I know that God, because he uses me as a vessel, that he's got my back right now, because there was someone else that needed my attention more than I needed someone else's attention, if that makes any kind of weird kind of sense at all. But through me being there for that person, I was able to see something different about myself, and I was able to realize that you know, who I am inside, and that the person that I am inside, that I'm okay at being that person. And I don't know, it's just, there was just so many things that I got from that. And I'm going to stop talking about that, because I'm quite sure that I'm not making a whole lot of sense to y'all right now, but I'm making sense to myself. But I'm saying all of this to say that all of this has a factor in me just kind of stepping back for a few days. I need to spend the next few days, like I said, it could be a week, it might be 2 weeks, I don't know, it might even be 3 days. Y'all know me. I know right now I can't. I need to step back. I need to do some things within myself, and I need to come to some, I feel like I'm just saying I need, but I just need some downtime, and I'm going to take this downtime. And so I don't want you guys to worry about me. I'm not having a nervous breakdown. I'm trying to understand a lot of things that I'm going through, and I'm trying to piece it all together. I just need to do this. I mentioned this morning about the hair video. I had actually recorded a video a few weeks ago, and I'm going to look through that and see if I can't make that one work, because I think when I get home today, I'm actually going to go right in and start taking my hair down. So I don't know that I'm going to record another video at this point. I don't know. It depends on how I feel when I get home. Yeah, so anyway, I've said a whole lot in this video that probably doesn't make sense, but I needed to share that story time with you all, because it's why I'm at the point of what I'm doing now. It's why I've made the decision that I'm going to step back off of YouTube for a little bit. I think I probably will. I'm always on Facebook, but my Facebook is my own personal account. It's not under my Real Life with Sheila, but my Instagram is. And so I might, from time to time, post on Instagram, because, you know, it's easy, and sometimes I can just, there's a few of you all that follow me on Instagram that I follow, and, you know, it's nice to see you guys and stuff through Instagram, because it allows me the opportunity to see y'all. So I might post on Instagram every now and then. I don't know, but I just know that as of right now, today, and I'm going to actually give it my best shot to upload this video tonight, actually, if not first thing tomorrow. But I need to step back. I think I mentioned one time in a video that my heart hurts, and my heart's hurting right now, and I need to take some time. Okay, I have no idea where I left off at because my phone rang, and as you all know, I'm recording this on my phone because lately that's all I ever do is do my videos on my phone. But so I don't know where I was, and I'm like confused right now. I have no idea what I was saying last. But basically just know that I'm okay. I'm actually totally fine. Even though my heart might hurt, I'm actually in a good place because I know I'm finding my comfort zone, and I'm gonna be okay. I am okay. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm totally fine, and I don't want you guys to worry, but I will see you guys soon. I just don't know when. So if you are a first-time watcher, please make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And to all of my returning subscribers, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for your patience, and I promise I will be back very soon.